the Galactic Council's newest integrated military base in Station Harmony, buzzed with the nervous energy of 100 different species trying to coexist. In the mess hall, Alexander Chen sat quietly at a corner table, methodically eating his protein rations while reviewing tactical manuals on his datapad. His human uniform bore the insignia of Earth's Special Forces, but to most aliens he looked disappointingly ordinary. Average height, lean build, unremarkable brown hair. Nora Williams, the station's human liaison officer, watched from across the room as the Corvaxian squad entered. The reptilian warriors were massive, their scaled hides gleaming under the artificial lights, each one standing nearly 8 feet tall with muscles that could crush steel. Their leader, Zektar, had made it his personal mission to establish dominance over every species on the station. "Look what we have here," Zektar's translator crackled as he approached Alexander's table. "The famous human warrior." The word dripped with disdain. "I've heard so many stories about your species' supposed ferocity, yet you sit here like a frightened child hiding behind your books." Alexander didn't look up. He'd dealt with bullies before, on Earth among humans and now apparently among the stars. "Just trying to eat in peace," he said quietly. Zektar's squad chuckled, a sound like grinding stones. "Peace? There is no peace for the weak." The alien warrior leaned down, his massive clawed hand slamming onto the table. "Stand up, little human. Show us this legendary strength your species claims to possess." The mess hall had gone quiet. Representatives from dozens of species watched the confrontation unfold. Nora started to move forward, but something in Alexander's posture made her pause. "I don't want any trouble," Alexander said, finally looking up. His dark eyes were calm, almost sleepy. "We're supposed to be allies here." "Allies?" Zektar threw back his massive head and roared with laughter. "You think we're equals? Your species is soft, untested. You've never faced real warfare like the Corvaxians have." Without warning, Zektar's fist shot forward, not at full strength, just enough to knock the human around. Maybe teach him some respect. It was meant to be a joke. A casual demonstration of superiority. The punch never landed. Alexander's hand moved with impossible speed, deflecting the massive fist aside. In the same fluid motion, he rose from his chair, stepped inside Zektar's guard, and drove his elbow into the alien's solar plexus with surgical precision. The Corvaxian doubled over, gasping. "You wanted to see human strength?" Alexander's voice remained calm, conversational even, as his knee connected with Zektar's jaw. The crack echoed through the silent mess hall. "We learned warfare from each other, brother against brother, for thousands of years. We perfected it." Zektar staggered backward, purple blood streaming from his mouth, one of his razor-sharp teeth spinning through the air. His squad rushed forward, but Alexander was already moving. Humans, the other species would later realize, were terrifyingly efficient fighters. Where the Corvaxians relied on brute strength, where the Zalani used energy weapons, where the Quillians deployed swarm tactics, humans had developed something far more dangerous: adaptability. Alexander ducked under the first attacker's swing, grabbed the alien's arm, and used his own momentum against him. The 7-foot warrior went flying into a table. The second Corvaxian learned that humans were surprisingly durable, when his punch to Alexander's ribs only earned him a broken wrist from Alexander's counter-grab. The third discovered that human bones were harder than expected when Alexander's headbutt shattered his nose ridge. It was over in less than 30 seconds. Zektar lay unconscious on the floor, his squad groaning around him. Alexander straightened his uniform, picked up his datapad, and calmly sat back down to finish his meal. The mess hall erupted in shocked chatter. Nora approached cautiously, medical scanners already recording the aftermath. "Alexander," she said quietly, "are you hurt?" He flexed his knuckles experimentally, barely felt it. "Corvaxian hide looks tough, but their bone density is actually lower than ours. Adaptation to high-gravity worlds versus low-gravity evolution." He took another bite of his protein bar. "Plus, they fight like they've never faced real resistance." Word spread through Station Harmony like wildfire. The humans, the small, seemingly fragile humans, had humiliated the station's most feared predators. Security footage was analyzed, biometric data compared, and a disturbing picture emerged. Human bone density was off the charts. Their muscle fiber efficiency was unprecedented. Their reaction times defied explanation. Most unsettling of all, they showed no signs of stress or adrenaline during combat. They fought with the cold efficiency of born killers. Dr. Vexhai, the station's chief xenobiologist, presented his findings to the command staff with trembling appendages. They evolved on a death world, he reported. Everything on their planet tried to kill them. The weather, the animals, the plants, even the microorganisms. They didn't just survive. They conquered it all. Then they turned on each other and spent millennia perfecting warfare. Commander Yildana, a seasoned Altarian officer, studied the footage of the fight. How many humans are serving in integrated units? 43,000 across the fleet, came the reply. A chill ran through the command center. 43,000 soldiers, each one a potential killing machine scattered throughout their defensive network. When Zektar finally regained consciousness 3 hours later, he found Alexander reading quietly in the medical bay's waiting area. The human looked up as the alien struggled to sit up, his jaw wired shut, his pride in tatters. "You asked about human strength," Alexander said, closing his book. "The thing is, we don't consider ourselves particularly strong. Back home, I was just average." He stood and walked toward the door, pausing at the threshold. "You might want to reconsider your approach to diplomacy, Zektar. The galaxy's a lot bigger than you thought, and humans, we're really good at making friends." As the door slid shut behind him, Zektar touched his missing tooth with a shaking claw. For the first time in his life, the mighty Corvaxian warrior understood what it meant to be prey. Outside in the corridor, Nora fell into step beside Alexander. "Think that'll stop the bullying?" Alexander smiled, the expression that somehow managed to be both friendly and terrifying. "Oh, I think word will get around. Humans might look harmless, but we didn't claw our way to the top of our food chain by accident." The message spread throughout the Galactic Council within days. Humanity had joined the stars, and they brought with them 10,000 years of refined violence wrapped in a deceptively civilized package. The universe would never underestimate them again.